Full time in Yorkshire, a very disappointing game. Newcastle United won, Rotherham won. And it's now our third pre-season game. We've had one win, one draw, one loss. And we've got Burton on Friday night. And if we're going to be playing like that against League One teams, I don't care if we've got fully fit players or not fully fit players. If we've got Alisson Maximin playing or not Alisson Maximin playing, we should be battering these teams. And the fact is, we've scraped a win against Doncaster. We've drew to a header from fucking Jeff Hendrick, and then we got beat to York City, a team that where my mate played against last season. It gets to that level where you think, are we really ready for next season? And the answer is no. We need signings in the door. The Premier League starts in 2 weeks on Friday, right? 2 weeks Friday, and how many players have we signed? None. Zero, right? Will you be getting signings in the door, and drawing to Rotherham at home is not going to do that. It looks so uninspiring at this football club at the minute, and with the takeover stopped, and it's just a shambles from top to bottom. And if we're going into football games like that, we'll get volleyed about. We've got West Ham at the first game of the season. Obviously, they've got European competition for their sixth last season. If we're going into that game where we're playing like that, we'll get bounced about. We'll get played off the park, and we'll look like mugs being in the first game back, and we'll get absolutely battered. But we've got to be signing some players, because if we don't, it's going to be a long, hard season. It really will be. Apparently, Alisson Maximin wasn't playing today due to an illness. Don't know why Joe Linton wasn't in the team. Couldn't tell you. But when I seen that starting 11, I thought, what the fuck was that? Why are we starting Isaac Hayden and right wing back? Why are we starting a 5 back against Rotherham? I just don't get it. I really don't, right? Going from a 5 back to a 4 back to a 5 back, right? But we win the games with a 4 back, but don't win with a 5 back. It doesn't make sense, and Steve Bruce really needs to think, because it's most likely going to be his final season at the club, and he needs to keep winning the Prem, because I've got full faith now that this season in the Premier League is just going to be one of them seasons where we've just got to dig in and try and get through it, because I can't see Newcastle United fighting for you. I can't see Newcastle United going for the top 10 at this current stage into pre-season. Might be seeing it in 2 weeks' time going into the West Ham game, speaking about signings and whatnot. But at this current stage, seeing players like Matty and Sean Longstaff playing, and Jeff Hendrick and Kevin Clark, and so many of them players wouldn't get into championship teams. They really wouldn't, and I'm being honest with myself, right? And you've got to be honest as a Newcastle fan, right? Some of them players out there are even lucky to be wearing that shirt, and from top to bottom, it's not been great. It really hasn't been, and if we're scraping draws against Rotherham with Jeff Hendrick scoring, it's going to be a long, hard season, boys. I'll tell you that now.